And now we're receiving our first video from the landing site. You can see personnel bundled up against the chill of an early Saturday morning on the steppe of Kazakhstan. They have already erected that stand around the Soyuz vehicle that landed upright. We believe the landing occurred about 26 minutes ago, but we don't have an unofficial touchdown time for you. We're estimating about 10 p.m. Central Time. The first video from the search and recovery forces, courtesy of the Russian Federal Space Agency at the landing site. You can see the Soyuz descent module upright as the search and recovery forces and RSC Energia personnel begin the process of opening the top hatch along with the extraction of the crew. We're waiting to hear further information as to how the crew will be dispositioned, whether there will be an opportunity for them to sit for a while in reclining chairs, or whether or not they'll be brought immediately to these helicopters that did make it on the ground for an expedited flight back to Kustanai. And now we're looking at the first of the crew members being extracted from the vehicle. We believe that that is should be the Soyuz commander, Oleg Novitsky.
Just be careful.
Голову. Поехали.
Let's put him here.
Володя, данные по медицине. Так, готов данные по командиру. Мешок вот, я тебе могу дать. Мешок вот, я тебе могу.
And you're looking at Kevin Ford, the Expedition 34 commander, who was the second crew member to be extracted from the Soyuz vehicle, being bundled up against the extreme frigid temperatures on a Saturday morning at the landing site. To Ford's right is Soyuz commander Oleg Novitsky. Yevgeny Tarelkin will be the final crew member to be extracted from the vehicle. Kevin Ford completing his second flight into space and a total of 158 days in space on his two missions. The first as pilot of the shuttle Discovery on the STS-128 mission that flew in August and September of 2009, a 14-day flight of assembly and logistics at the International Space Station. Ford, Novitsky, and Tarelkin launched on October 23rd of last year from Site 31 at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, arriving at the International Space Station for a docking at the Poisk module on October 25th. And Yevgeny Tarelkin now out. All of the crew members have been extracted from the Soyuz vehicle.
Slide down.
Все, готов перейти на точку перед экватором.
Russian search and recovery forces attending to the crew members. There's a thumbs up signal from Tarelkin. Russian nurses also on scene to conduct some very preliminary medical checks of the crew, but all three crew members certainly appeared to be smiling. and in good spirits as they were all the way through their increment of almost 5 months in space.
Let's take his pulse.
We still do not have an unofficial touchdown time for the Soyuz. Based on the voice calls that we received, we can only speculate that the touchdown time was around 10:08 to 10:10 p.m. Central Time. That's the best information we have at this point. And so after a few minutes in a reclining chair to begin an acclimation to Earth's gravity, Oleg Novitsky, the Soyuz commander, begins to be brought, and it appears as if he will be brought towards one of the helicopters that landed for an expedited return to Kustanai. Kevin Ford now being bundled up and being hoisted to be brought, we believe, to one of those helicopters that were able to land on the ground, and Tarelkin now will follow in suit.
Will you carry Evgeny? Yes, I will. Good girl.
So the search and recovery forces operating with dispatch, wasting little time against the inclement weather conditions at the landing site that deteriorated over the past 2 or 3 hours, bringing the crew members to helicopters. This is Mission Control Houston. This is a replay, a video shot inside one of the search and recovery helicopters of the descent of the Soyuz vehicle toward its landing site. Below you can see the thick clouds and the fog that hindered the landing of all of the search and recovery helicopters. To the best of our knowledge, only 2 of those helicopters actually landed to expedite the extraction of the crew, which those crew members are being loaded back onto the search and recovery helicopters to depart the landing site for what we believe will be Kustanai, Kazakhstan, the prime staging city, but we do not have that confirmed. Again, this video showing the Soyuz descending under the parachute, disappearing into the thick clouds where it landed, just about right on target at what we believe was a landing time almost an hour ago of about 10:08 p.m. Central Time, although we have not received any confirmation of either an unofficial or official landing time.